Hey, what's up, y'all? One Punch Man Season 2, Episode 2 has come out, and wow, I gotta say, I actually liked it more than Episode 1. It's got comedy, action, we're introduced to a couple new characters, so let's get into it. So we start with the leader of the Hero Association guy asking like this giant group of villains to help them out because there's still increasing numbers of monsters coming out in the world and they need help. Even though they have so many heroes, they just need more. There's just too many monsters, and I'm wondering if there is an actual cause to the increasing number of monsters in the world. And I'm wondering if Garou has anything to do with that. Now, Garou, he makes his debut in this, actually at the end of the last episode, but here he is, oh my god, he freaking wrecks house, man. Like, he's, like, they got these three heroes to just say, hey, we're here, if you cause trouble, we're gonna beat the crap out of you. But Garou freaking shows them otherwise, and, man, I mean, I don't know what exactly this guy's abilities are, and I'm glad they're leaving a lot of him to mystery. And he's like, I'm Garou the monster, and they're just like, no, you're just a regular human, and maybe he's just a human-shaped man. And I should say that I don't know the manga, I haven't read the manga, so this is just going off of my own experience with season 1 and in the last episode. So, God, man, this guy is freaking awesome. I gotta say, I like his design. His hair is crazy, like typical anime style, crazy hair, man. But he just wrecks everyone. He literally, I don't know if he kills everybody, but he wrecks the freaking crap out of everyone except that for the Hero Association leader guy. And I'm really looking forward to what this guy has to offer. And I'm wondering how in-depth they're gonna go with him, because usually with this show they usually exposit the character's backstory and stuff like they do with Blizzard later, and we'll get into her in a second. Giggity. But a little bit later we see something that I didn't think that I wanted to see. Like, I'd never even thought about it until now. Sonic freaking squaring off against Genos, and this fight is pretty awesome, though I should say that the kind of washed out look of this whole production kind of, you know, to me brings it down a little bit of a notch. And the animation isn't like super fluid. There's a lot of stills. It's a little bit clunky, and the character designs don't really help with that at all. But everything else is on point. You know, the writing is great. The comedy is there. Oh my god, this episode was freaking hilarious at certain points. And, you know, the action and I think the sound design really helps with the action and helps lift up the lack of fluidity of the movement. And whatever animation is there, it's very minimal, but it's edited in a kind of way to make it seem more intense, even though even though the movement's not quite there or fluid, it cuts around that to create a more intense feeling, and it makes the fights still pretty good. Or at least okay. But I think the fight between Sonic and Genos was awesome. They're kind of one-upping each other, but we don't see the fight yet until a little bit later. But I want to talk about Saitama playing freaking King's game. They're like best buds now, you know? And he's playing his little Walkman, and he freaking overwrites his save data. You know, if you remember being a kid and you trade games with your friends, at least cartridge games back in the SNES days, and you would trade your game with your friend, you're like, do not overwrite my data. That is like the worst fear of any kid, because you would get like 100% on Donkey Kong or something like that, and you would let your friend borrow it, and then you'd get the game back, and your freaking 100% on Donkey Kong is gone. And it's like, that accomplishment is erased from history. And it's like such a frustrating feeling. But, That was hilarious, man. And some of the shots in there in this, and I'll get to one shot in particular, it was freaking hilarious. So Blizzard comes to Saitama's house and she introduces herself and she's like, there's a pecking order here. You need to join my group and, you know, grovel because I'm freaking class B rank 1. And she's just like so high and mighty. And this actually makes a lot of sense within the context of this show with all of these heroes, all of these prideful, you know, egocentric heroes. And it's really showing a lot of these heroes' personalities that they're not necessarily in it to be heroes and to save the world and be good. They're also in it, at least a lot of them are in it for, you know, the attention, for the feeling of feeling superior above other people, you know, kind of in an elitist sort of way. And I think I like that it adds another layer to this whole thing. Instead of these people just being heroes, they're also in it for their individual gain, you know. But she starts, you know, obviously Saitama doesn't want anything to do with groveling or becoming a part of her group for her gain. You know, he's just in it to be a hero. And so... and he doesn't need it anyway, because he's too strong. But she starts doing her Blizzard stuff and reveals that she is the younger sister, actually, of Terrible Tornado, aka Tatsumaki. She starts doing her tornado thing, and this, you know, she shows off how strong she can be. And this is really cool because she's really given it to Saitama, but of course it's not affecting him at all. And, they're going at it, and then Sonic and Genos just jump right into their thing. Genos causing a massive explosion, almost killing, I almost said Tatsumaki, but Blizzard. And we see that she was behind Saitama, luckily. I don't remember if he actually saved her on purpose or if he just happened to be standing there, but that was awesome. And this whole scene is basically showing, instead of, you know, Saitama telling her that, hey, I can just beat you up at any moment, and instead of him like actually attacking her and showing her who's boss, he shows her in a different way and in the best way possible, I think. With Sonic and Genos going at it, they show how strong these guys are to her, and then Saitama jumps in and says, hey, you know, Genos, don't blow this place up. This is our home, you know. But Sonic resorts to using like his trump card technique, which I guess maximum for these guys' speed, it's around the 21st Tenkaichi Budokai tournament in Dragon Ball. So Kid Goku level of speed here. But oh man, it's so cool seeing it, like the intensity of it, even though it wasn't like animated the most epically or anything like that, you still get the feeling of the speed and the one-upmanship between Genos and Sonic. So Genos is just gonna blow up the whole area, you know? If I can't outspeed him, I'll outpower him and just create an area of effect, attack, and just get everything. And this is when Saitama kind of knocks him out, and Blizzard is just in freaking shock. And he's like, fine, I'll take care of Sonic. Fine, Sonic, I'll let you have your way since you feel like you're my rival. And he should be Genos' rival because he's more Genos' level, you know? But Saitama's like, I'm gonna be serious. And it shows this freaking cartoonish serious face. I freaking busted laughing, man. But he goes in and he's like serious mode, serious sideways jumps. Oh my god. And he just knocks Sonic out just from the shockwaves of his serious sideways jumps. That was, oh my god. That was the best way that this could end. Oh my god, this episode rocked, man. But it goes into, Blizzard goes into like the top ranked A people. She kind of just exposits or explains the rankings and why she's not above class rank B. And it's because she can't get past a My Mask who decides to stay class A rank 1 so that he prevents people from going into class S. And we actually see a My Mask And this is interesting because at first I thought it was a flashback because My Mask looks completely different than he did in season 1, mainly his shorter hair. But he already showed how brutal he can be in season 1, but now he's showing even more how brutal, and he just does not hold back. He has no sympathy. He's just like freaking Judge Dredd, man. He just plows the guy's freaking head off, practically. So we're shown how brutal A My Mask is, and like, is A My Mask even a good guy? Like, why is he a hero? I kind of hope they go into that a little bit. Because I feel like that's kind of where this is headed in terms of the hero ranking stuff, which to Saitama doesn't matter, and it really doesn't really matter what rank you're in because they're all heroes. They're all there to do good in the world. They're all there to stop the monsters. So the whole ranking system, I feel like they're showing the major flaws in this entire ranking system that they have. But it's interesting because Blizzard, even after seeing Saitama's serious sideways jumps, it seems that Blizzard is still not confident that Saitama could beat A My Mask. So that's very interesting, and I'm looking forward to where this goes. Obviously, you guys let me know what you thought of the episode. I thought it was better than last episode. I enjoyed it a lot. The animation is still, you know, mediocre. It looks washed out. I don't necessarily care for the character designs, but everything else is really on point and really good. And I think the editing and direction of this episode at least. So drop your thought waves down in the comments below. What did you think of this episode? I thought it was great. So subscribe to the channel if you're not already. I'm going to review this show every week. And as always, thanks for watching and take it easy.